Champion Frank Mirr squares off with former Pride superstar Mirko Crocop. In June of 2004, in Las Vegas, Nevada, 25-year-old Frank Mirr submitted Tim Sylvia in just 50 seconds.
He's got there, quick submission.
To win the first of his 2 UFC heavyweight titles. 2 years later, in Saitama, Japan, Mirko Crocop took out Vanderlei Silva. And Josh Barnett on the same night.
And he just
That's it.
To capture the Pride Openweight Grand Prix. Now at UFC 119, the 2 heavyweight legends will finally face off.
Crocop is opening up now.
I'm a Pride heavyweight champion, and I made many big victories. But to take UFC heavyweight belt, I think definitely it would be the top of my career.
I've always been in the UFC. I think I represent the UFC. Even though Crocop's over here, he really made his name with Pride. And so I think it's just one more opportunity to show that when people back in the day used to think that Pride was everything, how absolutely wrong they were.
At 240 pounds, Mirko Crocop is a mid-sized heavyweight. Frank Mirr plans to enter the octagon to face Crocop at 255.
At 255, I seem to feel and move better. I can bounce around now in the ring when my sparring partners are not standing right in front of them again. I'm able to move.
Against Mirko Crocop, that movement will be crucial.
I still think he moves pretty quick. I don't really see that much of a difference in the speed in which he throws his kicks in his hands. But I believe the minute the cage door shuts, every advantage is mine. I don't really see anywhere I don't feel comfortable at with Crocop.
I would not be surprised if we see Frank Mirr test his stand-up and decide to go blow for blow with Mirko Crocop just to see what kind of improvements he really has made in his striking game.
If I don't take a step backwards and I move forward the whole time aggressively, basically punking him from bell to bell.
What a performance by Frank Mirr!
I'm very happy with that.
He has a highlight reel of head kick knockouts and KOs that really is like no one else in the heavyweight division. And he's just, simply put, one of the most devastating strikers to ever compete in mixed martial arts.
The trademark left kick, and it's over!
In June, Mirko Crocop took on hard-hitting heavyweight phenom Pat Barry.
Pat Barry is an excellent puncher and kicker. He has cannons in his fists and in his legs.
Crocop took Barry's best, and with just 30 seconds left in the fight, he scored his first submission since New Year's Eve of 2004.
It is all over! Mirko Crocop is the winner!
Mirko beating him down and then submitting him and getting submission of the night really has put some momentum back in Crocop's career.
But Frank Mirr wasn't impressed.
If anybody wants to bring up the fact that he submitted Pat Barry, I don't even know if I have a reply for that. I'll be like, did you see that choke? Did you see what the guy did to defend the choke? You go home with the victory and be happy you won, but I wouldn't brag about it.
Obviously, he has an American attitude and approach to the fight, you know, with a big mouth and big statements, you know. I think he should better keep his mouth shut. He should pray God not to be knocked out.
Mirko Crocop has KO'd Vanderlei Silva.
Of Mirko Crocop's 27 career MMA wins, 20 are by knockout.
I'm a more experienced fighter, a more explosive fighter. I can punch, I can kick much harder than he can.
If I sit there and I put my hands down for a second and I stop moving, he fires off a roundhouse towards my head. I don't know many people in the world are going to eat that one and sit there and laugh about it. But my whole skill set in boxing's improved leaps and bounds. Now I have a good right hook. I hit way harder now.
Frank Mirr stopped, checked Congo, hit him with a powerful left hand, dropped him, and then choked him unconscious.
He's got it. He's out. It's all over. Submits Check Congo.
And, of course, battered Minotauro Nogueira, being the first guy to ever stop the legend, Minotauro Nogueira.
Oh, again. That's it. Nogueira has been finished for the first time ever. Unbelievable.
Now I wrap my hands with tape before practice. Before, when I would go to practices, I never wrapped my hands. You want to know why I didn't wrap my hands? Because I didn't hit hard enough that it hurts. Now, if I don't use tape and everything else on my hands, I feel every shot I throw on people. I make people drop by hitting them in the arm. If he wants to come forward and test that out, good luck to him.
That's it, good.
You add in the wrestling aspect that I've been working on. You add in now the jiu-jitsu aspect, which is, there's a little bit of a difference. He has so many more things he has to worry about in the fight.
If the fight goes to the ground, I think Frank Mirr has a significant advantage. Frank Mirr has always been a high-level black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, one of the best submission artists in the heavyweight division.
Frank Mirr has earned more wins by submission than any heavyweight in UFC history.
I believe he has a small advantage and more experience in the groundwork, but it doesn't mean that I cannot fight him on the ground as well. I'm training jiu-jitsu 10 years already.
When we're clinching, he has to worry about everything from, hell, I could pull guard on him. What's he gonna do about that? And if we end up there, he's not in a good situation.
I don't like to fight on the ground. People are paying, people want to see me striking and fighting and exchanging punches, but if you have to go on the ground, no problem at all.
It's definitely a nice trophy on my wall. You know, I have Brock's leg up there, Nogueira's chin. Putting some part of Crocop's anatomy would be kind of nice.
He shouldn't underestimate me at all. But if it makes him happy to talk nonsense like that, to threat, he should save his breath for the fighting.
Basically, it ends with just Crocop deciding that this might be his last hurrah. He might not want to be there anymore. I think he just needs a real good reason for why to go ahead and hang it up. I plan on giving it to him.
My old man used to say, wishes are one thing, reality is second thing. I will be ready.